A great film score can tell you a story by itself, and that's maybe something contemporary film music doesn't often do. After my last video, Tony Joe of Every Frame a Painting pulled me up on this point. A contemporary composer like Hans Zimmer is great, but his themes don't often develop over the course of a film. Every time you hear Batman's two notes, it feels roughly the same. It's a brand, not an idea. This made me think, for many older films, music works from start to finish. It tells a story. Before VHS, before DVD, you could put the vinyl soundtrack on and lie down on the floor and hear the film retold to you in music. There's one score by John Williams, a score for a film about space that turns 40 this year that probably does this best. It's one of the greatest film scores of all time. No, not that one. This one. Close Encounters is, of course, Steven Spielberg's brilliant film about alien contact, but it's also a film about communication. Yelling, pointing, gesturing, translating.
He says the sun came out last night.
Characters constantly struggle to make themselves understood. Even Francois Truffaut, the iconic director, and one of the critics most responsible for auteur theory, the idea that film might communicate a director's vision, is in the film, playing a scientist who speaks through a translator.
In coming here, you've exposed yourself to toxic gas.
It's music that's the only element of Close Encounters that is perfectly articulate.
Stephen kept saying it must be 5 notes.
I know that.
And so John went through dozens, if not hundreds, of permutations trying to find the 5 notes that pleased us.
I thought we'd exhausted everything, maybe 300 examples of the 5-note variations within the scale.
Kick at me.
So finally, in exasperation, we chose the little da 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 da. And we kept coming back. Finally, I said, well, I guess that's it. I put a circle around it.
And it's used in so many different contexts. And yet it still says one thing as clearly as it needed to in 1977. Hello. This is the beautiful fantasy at the heart of Close Encounters, that visitors from the other side of the universe might use music to communicate with us. That maybe music might be some sort of universal language. It's Williams' underscore that does the amazing work here, though. It transforms over the course of the film from one extreme to the other, going backwards in music history. It shows us how film can allow different, even incompatible musical traditions to exist side by side. Let me show you what I mean. Broadly speaking, classical music changed when it got to the 20th century. composers started to break down music like never before, dismantling melody, harmony, and rhythm. There'd been hints of this previously, but nothing quite like this. It's explosive music, and it still divides audiences today. Early Hollywood composers didn't like this stuff much. Instead, they looked to people like Wagner and Strauss and the broader European tradition that valued melody and harmony as intact as possible. This became the Hollywood sound, lush melody and strong harmony.
Captain, not at all bad.
Dissonance only came in later, but it was usually one style or the other. The battles of the 20th century concert hall found their way to Hollywood too.
Holly! Holly!
With Close Encounters, Williams combines the two. A lot of the film is made up of some incredibly complicated, dissonant, harsh, modernist-style music. But throughout the film, he gives us hints of melody too. The music shifts and nudges us in the audience. It tells us that all may not be wrong with these aliens, that these experiences mean something, that maybe after all, we're communicating. Here's the end of the film, where Williams makes himself as clear as possible. We're given some frantic, modernist music to begin with, like in the rest of the film, but then the score slows down, and something else emerges, something recognisably human. It's When You Wish Upon a Star, from Pinocchio.
What is this? Hey, you know who's playing in town? Pinocchio. I don't want to remember. Kids have never seen Pinocchio. You guys have never seen Pinocchio. Look.
It's one of the most beautiful, lyrical melodies to ever come from Hollywood, here to make sense of threatening musical dissonance. Through Williams, the modernist meets the romantic. Art music greets easy listening. I think this is Williams' answer to Close Encounters' questions of communication. Our universal language turns out to be film music. After all, it's a language where two notes means shark, where shrieking violins mean murder, where a jaw harp and a whistle means gunfight. What other art form communicates as clearly? In contrast to the imperfect communication in Close Encounters, John Williams' music develops over 2 hours to speak clearly. In this final scene, the orchestra is at last perfectly articulate.